And we are back. So, hello everyone. We are going to continue working on our thing that is mainly playing out of position. So, I'm ready to work on that. I'm ready to dive into that. And as always, we start with the simplest things. That is, I'm going to determine my opening range. My opening range is 15%, as you remember. Yours might be different. Okay, I will quickly check my range. I'm still experimenting with these ace-9, ace-8, ace-7. They're not that playable overall. So I don't know, should I play them or should I not? I will be observing them more in my game in order to understand should I open them that often or not, or maybe I should fold them and decrease my range. Okay, good. So this is my range. Wait a second. I missed one thing here. There is queen 9 suited. Okay, good. So this is it. This is my range. I'm going to apply it. And we're going to work with some hands here. Okay, so let's see what we actually opened here. So this one, king 9 suited, I opened. No one called. Okay, I got the pot. This one, very interesting. Okay, so I opened with ace king suited and we have on the board 5 king 3. I think this board is interesting to work with. Why? Because we, on the one hand, we have a lot of advantage on this board, but on the other hand, do we actually have this advantage or not? So I want to work with this board. I think this one is very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to apply this. So 3 of spades, 5, oh wait a second, this one, 5 of clubs, right? And king 3 of, I cannot see here, guys, show me the flop. Oh, king 3 of diamonds. Okay, good. I'm going to type it in. I'm going to type it in. So we got here 5 of clubs, king 3 of diamonds. Great. So this is our board, right? King 3, okay, 5. Great. Okay, now let's see. We're going to start with the simplest thing. That is, we're going to determine our absolute value bets. Okay, so let's go here. First, ace, ace, of course, because we charge all the kings. King, king, ace, king, ace, king. So they are my value bets. I think some of these are good to value bet as well. Okay, so first I will put them here, then I will be looking at them. What am I going to do with them? Okay, let's see. So this type. Then 3s and 5s, right? We don't have here king 3, we don't have king 5, we don't have 3, 5, we don't even have 4, 5. Okay, so these mainly are my bluffs. Not bad actually, you know, if we compare with the previous videos, we have around 30 value bets, right? So these are my value bets, guys. Did I just say bluffs? I might have missaid that. Okay, good. I'm pretty happy with them. I'm just going to decrease some of them, okay? I think that sometimes I want to put some very strong hands into my defense range. And I think I will put mainly these guys, ace king with ace of diamonds. Okay, it is so strong. I think I will take it out of here. Okay, like this. And I will put it into my check calling range. Like this. Okay, great. And I think actually I might want to do the same with some of my aces. I want to put some of them into my check calling range. As for my king, I think I will be combining between betting and check calling here, because they're so super strong. And like, what does our opponent have? He has a lot of weak kings, and he might have flushes. And actually he might have 4, 5, 5, 6, right? He cannot have 3, 5. It is really crazy to call with 3, 5, right? He might have a set of 3s and a set of 5s. And actually opposing to our side, right? Because we don't have that many 3s and 5s here in our hand. Okay, great. So anyway, I'm going to definitely bet half of my kings here, value kings. Half of them I will check call or maybe check raise? I need to think about this. Okay, I think we're good here. Think we are good here. Okay. So I think this is approximately the number of hands that I'm going to bet here. 26, 27 approximately. Okay, good. Now, as you remember, we have to have our bluffs that make approximately 2.5 bluffs per every strong value hand, right? So I will just multiply by 2 this number, and we get approximately this number of bluffs that we should have. Now let's think about this. What are we going to bluff here? Well, first of all, I think perfect candidates for bluffing are, of course, our flush draws. So I will just mark like this. Okay, and for my bluff, I choose usually this one, right? Guys, don't take a look at this one, value check raise. This is not value check raise. This is my value bet. Okay, I will rename it later. Okay, good. And so these are my bluffs. I'm going to bluff all my flush draws. First, I will mark all of them. All of them. Let's see. Good. So, very nice choice. I think 16, far from what we need, right? But I think still these are really good bluffs, right? Okay, next let's add up some runner bluffs, okay? I think runner bluffs that are really good here are going to be here. Look here, ace queen with diamonds, right? Ace jack with diamonds, ace 10 with diamonds. So I want to be careful with these 10s, jacks and queens, right? Because I think I should not over bluff with them. I should be very careful with them. Even if I complete a flush, I will go into the defense mode on the river. I will be check calling with them, right? In order to catch our opponent's bluffs. But they are very, very weak to bet. Like, what do you charge? Are you going to charge the opponent's flush with ace? Right, so we are going to be very careful with these guys. Okay, I think this is good overall. Plus, we can catch a straight draw on the turn. Okay, this is good, I think, so far. Now, let's see. So, value bets, bluffs. Okay, already 30 bluffs. This is really good. Now, let's see what else we can bluff here. I think we can bluff our ace 3. I love bluffing ace 3. I love bluffing like low board hands here. Okay, I think I will be bluffing with ace 3 of hearts and ace 3 of spades and ace 3 of clubs. I'm going to check raise. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to bluff these guys and I'm going to check raise my clubs. Check raise with this color. Nice. We already started working a little bit on the check raises here, right? Very good. Now, let's see what else we can do here. I think we can bluff maybe these fours. These fours are really good to bluff. We don't have that many of fours, so let's just bluff all of them. Mostly, I would like to bluff with the diamonds, right? Because really hard to play versus our opponent, who is going to have a strong flush draw, and he's going to call, right? Some of the opponents, they don't like to raise with their draws, flush draws. They like to check call when in position. Okay, I think so far we are good. And these twos, I will adopt for bluff as well, okay? I think this is good to bluff with them. We can catch a 4 and we will have running straight, right? Straight draw. Or we can catch one more 2. But we should be really careful with them because the opponent might already have a set of 3s and a set of 5s. If you see super ultra aggression from your opponent, this is definitely not a flush draw. I think this is gonna be a set. So you have to be careful with that. Okay, good. Sorry guys, more in gym. Okay, good. Now, let's see. We have already 33.9 bluffs. Not bad, but I want more. Right? Let's see what else we can bluff here. I think we can possibly bluff some of these 6s and 7s. I think with the diamonds especially. 6s, I think we can bluff all of them because we can catch a 4 and we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? We can continue pushing, or we can catch a 6 I think they're really good. So sixes, as for sixes, I will bluff all of them. As for sevens, they're already a little bit apart from threes and fives and kings, right? So not that much that you can do with them, I think. So I think I will be in between calling. I want to call these sevens. I want to call these sevens. I think I will start bluffing some of these guys, my Broadway hands, but mostly that are around tens, queens, jacks, and aces, right? And that are around clubs. So with clubs, I think. Okay, I will adapt these for diamonds and clubs. Okay, like this. I think this makes sense. And like this. Yeah, I think this makes sense now. Look here. So we have jacks, jacks. We can catch a flush draw. We can catch a straight draw if queen drops. Yeah, we can catch the second pair and play check call versus our opponent's bluffs. And then river, we will see how the opponent plays. I think they are really good to check, to bet here. Okay, now let's see. We have around 47.9 bluffs, a little bit missing for our bluffs here. So I think what we can do is we can add up these guys. Ace 4, Ace 3, Ace 2. I think we can add up these bluffs here. Okay, so first, let's see, Ace 4. What are reasonable? Actually, all of the bluffs with Ace 4 I think are reasonable. Like this, I think. Okay, next one. Ace 4, very strong, check raise or check call or bet. Okay, good. These are good bluff bets. Ace 2, I think, very good bluff bets as well. We don't have that many of Ace 2s. Ace 3, so we're going to bluff. We're going to bluff raise Ace 3 of clubs. We're going to bluff bet Ace 3 of spades and hearts. Okay, now look here, perfect. We are almost at the perfect number. Just one more combination, but actually we are already good here, I think. Okay, I think we are great here. Now let's see what we are going to check raise. Okay, so we already have some of our kings into our check calling range. I don't know whether I want to actually check raise. Maybe sometimes versus super aggressive opponents. I will be check raising, sometimes check calling, I think. Okay, so I think I will. I will also check raise my fives, especially fives with diamonds, because they're not that risky to give a free card to our opponent. Yeah, I think so. Fives are really good here to check raise, and they unblock our opponent's kings and pocket pairs, right? 3-3 as well, I think, are actually good sometimes to check raise. Yeah, okay, good. I will add up into my check raise. I think some of these 6-5s, I think overall are really good check raises, apart from 6-5 of clubs. Okay, so I put away 6-5 of clubs and add up into my check raising range the rest of 6-5s. I think we are good here. Okay, 7-6. 7-6 are perfect bluffs, actually. I think 7-6 are great bluffs. Some bluffs that we missed that we needed right here. Okay, good. 53. Okay, what else? We have one combination here. If we count 0.8 hands, we have here 0.5 hands with 3-3, right? We are going to have some of our kings into our check raising range, right? I think some of these sixes might sometimes check raise. I don't want that much to do that. I think more about check raising with these guys, especially those that have potential, like this Ace 5 of clubs, for example. You know, it is not even like, it is not a value bet, not a bluff bet. It is in between. So I think it is fine to check raise these 5 sometimes. I will do that for sure. Okay, so I will put it into check raise. Ace 3 with clubs, I think really great. I think Ace 2, Ace 4 with clubs are really good to check raise sometimes as well. I think we can do that sometimes. But I want to be careful, I want to be balanced. As far as I decided to check call with my kings, right? So you see, I don't have that many value check raises here. So I think this is a really good amount here with threes, with fives, 6-5 bluff check raise, and here ace-5, ace-3. There are strong bluff check raises, bluff check raise, value check raise, they are in between already. Great, I think we are good here. Okay, now let's double check. Value hands, 25.5, great. Bluff bets, 52.15, perfect. Okay, some of our check raises. We have very strong round 1, 1.5 value hands here, and we mix them with our 6-5, ace-5, ace-3. I think we are good here. Very good. Now let's see. We have a total amount of ungrouped. Wait a second. Look, take a look here. So we're going to bet here approximately 50%. I think this is reasonable as far as we don't have sets of 3s and 5s. And we're going to check 51% approximately. Now, do you remember, according to our book, if we have this checking range, right? We have this checking range. So, and if the opponent bets 50% of the pot, right? And we will imagine that this is like this, because this after that it is easier to call versus smaller bets. Okay, so let's imagine that the opponent has a 50% bet versus this bet. As you remember, we have to defend 67% of our range. Okay, so I'm going to do this 92.1 okay, multiply 0.67. Okay, this is 61.7. Great, now let's see, what are we going to check call? Actually, I already have some check calls. Look, actually I should have thrown away from my grouped this part, okay, of check calls. Wait a second, let me recount a little bit, okay? These are ungrouped 92.1. To them, I will adapt these guys, okay, my checks, because these are check raises, right? Okay, let me add up, please. 92.1, great, plus 3.7, whoops, 3.7 plus, we add up these guys, 7.5. Okay, so this is the number of hands that I check here. So you see, actually I attack not that aggressively, maybe I attack even more, like 45% of my range, and I check around 55% of my range. Now multiply, whoops, how to go back? I cannot go back. Okay, let me recount really fast. 92.1, okay, multiply, oh sorry, plus 3.7 plus 7.5. Okay, good. Okay, 103.3 multiply 0.67. Okay, actually the number is not that different now. Okay, 69.2 combinations that I need to defend. I already have here 7.5 plus 3.7, right, in my defending range. Great. Now let me see. We are going to check call my kings, I think, all my kings. I don't want actually to bluff these king jack that much. I think sometimes I will be in between bluffing and calling them. But here, just to make it easier for me, I will be check calling with them. Why? First, they're not very powerful draws yet. Second, the kings themselves are very weak, I think. Okay, so I'm going to check call with them. Okay, wait, I cannot put out these guys. Okay, good. Check call, put this away. Check call, check call, check call. Very good. Okay, what else? I want to check call my ace-5, ace-5 without diamonds. Yeah, I think they are really great check calls here. Ace-6. Actually, I think ace-6 of clubs are a really good bluff bet that I did not mark here. I'll add them up in my bluff bet here. Okay, so like this. A little bit more bluffs here. I think this is quite reasonable. Very good. Okay, what else are we going to check call here? Queens, jacks, tens. They're super powerful, right? Okay, sorry, let me change the color. Like this. Yeah, some check calls here. Okay, these guys bluff. Okay, I think some of these guys can check call sometimes. These guys. Okay, very good. Let me see. 36.5. And I need more. Okay, 9s, 8s, 7s. I think they're not that much under pressure, especially those with diamonds. So we call both of them with diamonds and without diamonds. And then if the opponent will continue aggression on the turn, maybe we will be calling something with diamonds but without the rest. Okay, I think so. Okay, anyway, there are really good check calls here at this moment. Great. Okay, let's see. We have 54. Look here, this is a very good number, but not enough still. I think we need to defend more. So in this case, I think we should take out some of these guys, okay, from here. And we are going to defend with them as well. I think 50%, especially those guys that are with diamonds. I think they are really good to defend. Okay, let me take out this one from our value bet. Excuse me, a little bit undo. Okay, from our value bet we take out. Okay, this is our value bet here. Okay, and the rest with the diamonds we put into our call. Plus, even without diamonds, I think I'm going to check call 50% of the time, just to keep balanced. Okay, wait, I need to decrease first and then to increase here. Okay, good. I think this is much better. These guys as well, I think sometimes I'll be betting with them, sometimes I'll be calling with them, because why not? Like this. Great. Okay, I think we're good here. Now let's see, we have to call 69.2 combinations. Okay, and we have 62. Not that much, but taking into account that we're playing out of position, you know, it is much better than having 35, right? So look here, I think our check calls are pretty reasonable. We have very strong check calls with aces, or maybe check raises even. Okay, we have very strong check calls with sets of kings. We have check raises with 5s and 3s. We bounce it with our check raises with 6, 5. And we bounce it with our check raises ace 5, ace 3 of clubs and diamonds. Very good. We have very strong check calls with our pocket pairs that hold very well versus our opponent's bluffs. And if our opponent ever has sets with 3s and 5s, we can catch our sets and we're going to dominate. We defend very well with our king, jack, king 10, king 9, right, versus our opponent's bluffs. Very good, I think. Yeah. Okay, why not? I think it is like this so far. And let me just run the numbers one more time. So look here, out of all, we're going to play 75% of our opening range. 25% is going to be dropped, is going to be check folded. I think this is a good number. So overall, we play, let me see, bluffs, 28.2%, value bets, 10%, so around 40% of our attacking, of the range that we attack with. Okay, defending range, very significant, 34 plus 3 plus 2%, 36, right? Okay, now let's see, value bets, around 18, more bluffs here, so I took a lot of value bets into our check calling range, so in order to make our check calling range stronger. And this is something I think that you should do. You know why? Because very often the check calling range is so weak, you know, in like in the game. So many opponents that I play with, they have very, very weak check calling range, right? And like immediately just they check fold versus any bluff. And at the same time, these opponents are so aggressive that they just bat with king, jack, king 10, king 9, that are very weak they bet and bet and bet all three streets, you know, and eventually lose their whole pots. So I think we have to be balanced. We have to have strong check calling range guys, you know, that brings us to the next street, and then we will be working there as well later on. Okay, because now it is we are making videos with our out of position play on the flop. Okay, great. So this is for this hand. I'm pretty happy with this, structurized in my brain. And let's take a look very quickly what we fold actually. So look here, we are going to fold 8-7, not diamonds, right? 9-8, not diamonds. Why? It is reasonable because look, except for the draw flush that we have with the diamonds, the rest of these cards, they will never be strong enough. The opponent already, just think about this. The opponent already has sets in his hand, right? 3s, 5s. He has strong kings, you know? So these 9-8, 8-7, they will never be able to do anything here, right? Drop all this trash. Drop it. Jack 10, Jack 10 of spades, Queen 10 of spades, Queen Jack of hearts. Drop all this crap. You don't need it. Okay, you must check fold something, and these are perfect hands to check fold. Just check fold them. Okay? Okay, good. I think so far we're good here. I'm pretty satisfied with this hand. I hope you are satisfied with your hands too. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much and keep balanced. Have fun.